Hello, this is Roy. Welcome to Arena, and today we're going to do the newbie tutorial about this item number 10320 and rubber tube. Okay, so I will show you 6 ways to using these parts, and it's very useful. Hopefully it can help you a lot. So let's start today's video. Ready? Go. Before we start the video, if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, you can press here for subscribe the channel, and also don't forget to press the bell so every time when we have a new video you will know it right away. Thank you. Okay, so for how to use it, the rubber tube number 1, you can use it that on the screw heads like this, you can see. So here you can put the dampers, so you can block the dampers, and then also you can just make sure you won't you can cover the screw head. Okay, so you won't get disqualified, because if you have something like this, you didn't cover it, then sometimes during the car inspections, you will get disqualified for it. So you better cover that with the rubber tube. And the other thing is the rubber tube is very, very light. And so I think it's lighter than the bolt cap. And even though if you're using the lock nuts, that's heavier than the rubber tube. So first you can using is to cover the screws. Okay, so that's number 1. So for number 2, you can do is, because right now we are doing a lot of the wheel pierce. So you can pierce the wheels, so you can using the shaft. So you can see here, we can using this to cover the shaft. So, and this way also, because some place they are really strict on the rules. It's like if you pierce the wheels, for example, like this, you can see here, you need to cover that. Otherwise, you will also get disqualified. So this is the second way you can using on the rubber tube to cover your shaft, the wheel shaft. Okay, so this is number 2. And the number 3 will be the body dampers. So give you an example here, I have the open class set up with the body dampers. But for how to using this rubber tube over here is you can cut the rubber tube in the edges. Let me see if I can show you clearly. Okay, you can see at the edges here, I cut angles on here. So it's supposed to be like this, but I cut the angle like that. So how it works is, remember, if you put the rubber tube like cut flat, when you put it on top on the body dampers and you straight push all the way down, then your body damper will have hard time to open it. But once it cut us the angle, if you can see here, let me see if I can close it. Okay, you can see here, the rubber tube I have here has an angle, it's like this. So what it does is it can block the body dampers, but also can control the open angle for your body dampers. Okay, so which means is if you have the angle like this, then your body damper can open like that. But if you cut more lower like this, then your body damper can only have this space to move. So it depends on the angle you cut, so you can control how big is your open, your body damper want to open. Okay, so this is number 3. And number 4 will be the damper block. That's what I call, as I usually using that kind of technique on my B-Max. But so far I don't see people doing that. So give you example, like I had the dampers like this, then I straight put that on the screws, but this side I already put a rubber tube here, so this one can already become a dampers, and then it won't lose because there's a rubber tube to block it. And then how I use this is I using on some spot that chassis has the mounting holes. So I will use as that. It's not just like a mount on the plate. I choose to straight mount on the chassis. So give you an example is like here. So you see like here I'm using the MS, and here already have a mounted spot. Even though you can mount it here if your car, the cowl is allowed you to using this hole, you can also do that over here. So here I do it right here. So you can see it's straight just right here. So if I need it, I straight just put it on, then I just screw it. Okay, now of course I need to tie a little bit, but done. And also the other thing, the benefit for it is I can already set a couple different sizes, the dampers I need it, so I can switch it very fast. If I need it lighter, I can just take it off, put it on, and that's really fast. Because during the race, you don't have that much time to practice. You want to save your time as much as possible when you are practicing your car. So like as long as your car is perfectly fit, on the track layout, and your runs perfect and smooth, then you are good to go. But you need to save the time for doing the adjustment. So this is the force, like number 4, the way how I'm using the rubber tube. And now we talk about number 5. It will also be this car. So so here you can see I have a hanging dampers here. Okay, And I'm not sure is a lot of people using that or a lot of people just using like the old school, just the screws. But sometimes I like to use that. So what it does is it's really good for the hanging damper if you're using that. But there is one thing is you have to worry about is when this one, the open angle is like this, but once it opened over than that, it came off right away. So what happened is, let's say you have that on your car, but let's say you are using really fast speed on your really fast motor on your car, and where your car jump, and it's usually like this, and when your car going on the top, then this one will open. And when you land, but let's say you straight go into the corner, but let's say it's a wave or whatever, so when your car hit the track, so this one, it might hit the impact, then straight just came off. But if it come off, then that means disqualified, and you don't want it happens, right? So what happened is, what thing you can do like the hanging dampers right here, but here we can also using the rubber tube. Here I have an example. So here you can see I have a rubber tube here, and I'm just using 2 of this rubber tube, and the center I'm using the MS, the gear shaft, to put it at the center and just connect them all together. And all you need to do is leave screws on the both side here and here, and just press it, and the other one pressed it as well. Of course you can adjust it, the angle, how big you want your hanging damper to be open, so that's also is adjustable. So let's say once you have this, so when it's open, then it's already blocked, it won't over it. Okay, so you won't open over the angle, so you can make sure your hanging damper won't fly out. Okay, so this is number 5. So now we're going to talk about number 6. Okay, so for the number 6, the way how to using the rubber tube, it will be the sliding damper here. So you can see the sliding damper I have is the Tamiya sliding damper, and at the center here I'm already using the silver, which means it's the strongest, the hardest spring the Tamiya has it. But if you see, it's pretty much a lot of movement, even though it's already spring one. The silver spring, it still have a lot of room to play, and that's also a little bit soft too. So when you are facing the kind of a track layout is curve and jump, so that way if your sliding is too soft or there's too much movement, so you won't be able to turn your car, like the front plate, back right away. So after the curve, you straight go up, so you might make your car jump not straight. It might jump like the other way when it's recovering. Okay, maybe you're just recovering over here, then you jump like this. So what we can do on this one by using the rubber tube is here. I will just open it and show you how. Okay, so you see here is the silver spring. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a rubber tube, and to cut the rubber tube, it's exactly same size as this one, so which one is this? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a spring and just insert the rubber tube into it, oops, like this. Okay, and then we put it into the sliding, then we install it back, and we will see the difference. Okay, so here you can see here, after I put the rubber tube, see the movement is getting less because the rubber tube is still soft by himself, but it will, because remember the size is totally fill up this space. So even though it's soft, it still will, make a movement, but won't make too much, and it's hard enough, plus the spring, so it will bring it back right away. So that way we still keep the sliding damper, but it doesn't have that much movement. So this is number 6, how to using the rubber tube. Okay, and the last one as a bonus, here I'm not sure is anybody is using that, but if you notice on YouTube, you see a lot of video, there is a light put on the car. So here I give you an example like this. So it's a fish light. So what you can do is you take off the fish light, and by using the rubber tube and cut the strip like that and put it in half on the rubber tube, and the other half you can straight just put on the screw. So leave the space for the screws and just put it on right here. Okay, you see here? So what you need is just put it on, and if you want to turn it on, just press it. Okay, press it, then the car can go. So then if you don't need it, you just hold it and twist it. That's it. So this is the bonus number 7, how to using the rubber tube for you guys. All right, so this is today's video, show you how to using the rubber tube. So if you like this kind of a video and you want to know more about how to build your Tamiya, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Okay, I will see you next time. Bye.